Ta-da. That is still creepy.
I'm definitely a let's fix it in post nigga. So
I like that. I like that kind of shit too. I know the reason why is like for me, my setup when I'm talking to people, it always starts with, all right, what do you want to go by? Um, what's the reason why you want to hide your identity? The other thing would be,
if they want to hide it.
yeah, exactly. Because some people just want to be themselves. They just want to go on the hill and just say, hey, my name is full name, last name. And then the other thing is, I asked them, is there anything you don't want to talk about? And can I ask you why? And for Trey, it was funny because he basically was like, hey, I won't know the answer to that until something comes up that I can't talk about because I don't know if there's anything that I don't want to talk about as of yet.
Bro, that is like very self-aware. Not many people are that aware.
I know. That's why he's an important member of the podcast now.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Because he answered that question for me, and I didn't even think about it until he said that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Put my phone on silent. I forgot.
Oh yeah, and then I always tell them to put their phone on silent because I don't want to hear them getting vibrations and shit. That's less shit I don't have to edit. But his name is Modem, and I'll let him explain that because when he told me his name was Modem, I initially went with, why don't we just use your real name because it's so much easier to say, and he then gave his reason, and I was like, all right, it's pretty solid.
Am I explaining the reason again, or?
I mean, technically you are because who knows? I might accidentally press delete on the first one. I'm not going to do that, but you know.
Basically, the modem came from just the whole. I don't know if you remember. Well, yeah, it came from me, my homie Aaron, and Lily. We call ourselves Food Boys when we're together. Made our group. Yeah, made a group just among ourselves that kind of expanded was Food Boy Productions or whatever. So our nickname was something that we liked or something that people just call us or whatever. Mine at first was Man on the Moon for the whole fact that I was a fan of Kid Cudi.
Mm.
And at the same time, his album had just dropped. The first. That's where Molding came from.
I like the way you pronounce it.
Modem, yeah.
Yeah, like it didn't make sense to me when I read it initially.
And that's what made me go. I was like, okay, because at first I thought he was saying modem, like the thing you connect to with your
Right.
internet and shit. And I was like, why the hell you want to be called modem? Like I'm not gonna judge, but at the same time I am.
Right, bro.
But it's that's pretty much how I started off because I feel like that's really real, and it's real for what I'm doing because I still want to go with that premise of it's just a conversation. Like before I did this. Someone overheard me at work that what I was doing because I was talking to another gent that basically was interested in the podcast, and then I went to a full on conversation with this woman about like it was just a conversation about it's basically a conversation and the exact same shit that I'm doing now, and it was so potent. She went into so many details, and I don't know if she agrees to it. I'm pretty sure I'll talk to her soon on the podcast. It'll
What?
be
It,
dope,
it makes you want to walk around and hot mic everybody?
bro. Exactly. Just pull up on people and just say, "So, how do you feel?" No, I don't want to do. I don't want it to be how do you feel. I really think it should just be a chill thing. Like it just be like if you're at the bar. I don't know if you spent much time at the bar, but it literally starts off like, "So, what are you drinking?" And then you're just like, and nothing better than whiskey. And then it just starts flowing, and you just start talking about everything around you, from if the bartender looks like shit today, or if you watch hockey or not.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
that's
Kay
what I
was
think.
just saying that to me, and that was something I didn't quite understand. That
What?
the the small talk leads to the big talk.
Right? I'm glad you said that because I didn't really think of it that way. You need openers because I think I explained to you how annoying I am when someone says, "So how's the weather?" In my head it automatically goes, okay, this person don't have shit to talk about. But now I understand it. As I progress, I understand it a little bit more. You need that shit because it's like lube. It's lube.
Bro,
Mhm.
you talking about some real stuff now.
Who you talking about me?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
lube is you right. Lube is a real. Oh, I get no, shit. I'm still focusing in on lube now.
You can't go wrong with lube, bro.
You can't, cause I mean that situation in general. Like you never know. Sometimes you might think you got everything up and popping, and then next thing you know, this person's thinking about what they about to eat for dinner, and it's just be dry because they worried about Taco Bell or some shit. Well, Taco Bell is the worst food to go to if you if you anywhere down somebody's genitals. Um,
See, me, I say Burger King.
hey,
You said
you
Burger
should
King?
Burger King.
Burger King is your
wait.
spot. What do you get from there?
If I was yeah if I was to go back to Burger King, it's really just I guess like their chicken sandwich or whatever, but they got two different ones, which is weird. 'Cause they got like a patty that you can just find in the store or whatever that just we're gonna just throw this in the microwave and it's warmed up. And then they got their
Mhm.
special one, just the long one. I've never seen just a long piece of chicken.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I had many a coupon for that place back when I was on my real super duper cheap days. Me and Dr. Green, man, we would just cut out coupons and travel to Burger King to get a cheap ass meal. They had shit like buy one get three, or it's like buy one get two free. So we would have these big ass chicken sandwiches, and they weren't even good, man. You have to put ketchup on them. If you ever see me putting ketchup on something, that means it's trash, and that's what I had to do. But it was food. It was food that was cheap as fuck, and
And that's
mm,
that's really the only time I would go there. It's like if I'm on my last and there's nothing inside the house I can eat. So I would just go there. I don't know if you did know, but they had a deal with their nuggets. You get like 10 for like $1, literally $1. So I would get that, and it would go to McDonald's to get a drink because that was $1. And $2
did you hear this? And
Yeah,
this is the
bro.
problem with America right there, right there. Because what the fuck are they feeding you? Because the shit don't taste like chicken. It tastes like deep fried cardboard at the end of the day. What makes it taste good is when you're dipping it in some fucking sauce.
hmm I definitely need to catch up with that because that shit was just dry. It's just so I have never eaten chicken. I'll just leave it at that. Chicken that was just so dry.
That's why you got to go to Chick-fil-A, man. Chick Chick-fil-A got the best quality nugget there is, but they got the best quality. But then the second in line for me is Wendy's because I don't know, there's
Yeah,
something special about that chicken nugget. And then McDonald's kind of comes up there because they got this artificial tasting ass chicken nugget, but it's something special about the McDonald's chicken nugget. Like it sits in your memory, and you start going, I could really go for McDonald's chicken nugget. I don't know what it is about the pink meat, or that is it
like
pink or gray?
it's crack. I can tell you that. For sure, I can tell you that. That is crack. I swear. It's just like you said. It's a memory. Like, oh man, I sure can't go for some because just like you was just saying. I'm like, man, I can't go for some McDonald's nuggets right now. I just ate just ate a sandwich. I'm completely full, but I can go for a good old 10 piece.
You right. I wake up at 3 a.m. and go to the. No, I don't do that anymore. When I was back in the cliff, Sometimes you would wake up at 3 in the morning and you'd be like, damn, Jack in the Box is the only thing open. And you would go in there and you would sit in that long ass line because everybody and their mama that had the munchies is up there. And there would be times I would go up there and like there'd be a line all the way to the fucking street, and everybody be out there getting that munchie meal because I mean shit, Jack in the Box is smart. They had that munchie meal thing where you could like in the regular hours it cost more, and if you came after hours to get it, it was like 2 for $5. That tater melt will fucking God, that tater melt goes hard as hell.
I love that shit.
It ain't good for you, but it is definitely a spot hitter at 3 in the morning.
I'll take it in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I ain't lying. But during the middle of the day, that should be expensive. So that's when you switch to the breakfast jack.
Because you ain't about that life.
Oh no. Wallet comes first.
Exactly. You ain't about that life.
Ain't going to
sit down.
Chick-fil-A in the middle of the day.
Yeah, if I'm spending a whole $5, that shit going to Chick-fil-A.
Nah.
Dude,
Wait, you talking about just spending $5, huh?
$5 is either look if it's really honestly it's going to Wendy with the 4 for 4. Not the 4 for 4. Okay, there's no, you don't say it with an R. It's 4 for 4. Okay.
4 for 4.
That's exactly what you get.
Feed 5 4 for 4.
That needs to be their own slogan. I'm telling you.
No, you can't be giving this shit out for free.
I mean, you said it on the air, so Google gonna get that shit. Somebody finna take advantage of what you just said.
No, they ain't that far yet.
They're working on it. But
I know they are.
Like, honestly, with that whole like that $5 though, I don't know. It's like if you really trying to get the most of that hoe, man, shit, just go to the store. I had to learn for that. I had to learn that shit. Like, shit. I know it's people talk down on those chicken weenies, those bar ass chicken weenies, but shit, you can get a whole pack of them hoes for $1.
Or what the fuck is a chicken weenie?
Yeah,
you ain't had a. Oh, all right. So you go to Walmart.
Bro, you done had some dark days.
Hey, I'm one of those people where sometimes the cheaper thing tastes better. Cause I'll get some mac and cheese and I'll go to those expensive places and they'll have this old fancy mac and cheese with truffles and shit, and like they were made with white wine sauce and it costs like fucking $20 to get this
mac
they don't
and
need
cheese. To do all that.
But I also understand the beauty in just getting some Kraft mac and cheese, putting some milk in that hoe, and going to town with that. And I don't know. Sometimes I prefer the cheaper thing can be oh so sweet.
I mean, you can season the bread when you grill that shit. Like mix it in with the butter.
Oh yeah.
Or some other oil or something like that.
Butter makes everything better. It ain't good for you.
Wait. You make grilled cheese and you don't use butter when you do it?
No. Of course, I use butter and I put a little garlic on that shit.
That's what I'm talking about. You can season that shit a little bit with the butter when you make that shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, butter goes hard with everything.
Okay, bro.
I just my grilled cheeses. I just have a wish sandwich. You know, good old 2 slices of breads, and I just wish for whatever I want. Butter. I don't know about butter. It's water. Maybe some peanut butter. Maybe, more than likely, I think the darkest I got to was I had to eat peanut butter sandwiches, I think, for like 2 days with some water. I had to survive on that.
You know what's crazy about that for me is I didn't have that problem because I was allergic to peanut butter. So when the peanut butter got busted out, I was up there trying to eat peanut butter and try it for the first time, and I was excited as shit. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is what peanut butter tastes like." And then I would add the jelly, and like I understand it. Like the combo is a fucking amazing. I don't know. It's something like it was that peanut butter and jelly, and I didn't have grape juice. until I was a grown ass man living in fucking Denton.
What?
And yeah, bro, because I was allergic to grape juice. Oh, I'm probably still am, but like there was like a good month or two I was just buying grape juice out the ass because I had never had it, so I was just drinking grape juice, waking up at 3 a.m. to go drink some grape juice. It it was a weird time. But that's when I also found out that grape juice is communion, and that was also funny because I didn't know that that's what communion juice was. Communion
That's,
juice is grape
that's
juice.
communion is nothing but Welch's grape juice.
Only
That
at the
shit was
fancy
hard.
places.
Wait, what did you have?
No, I'm just bullshitting.
I was
I
about to
think
say
I think they drink actual wine at the Catholic places. Ain't that right?
they do.
I was going to say, I think they do. I never just known anyone who like to confirm it. But I just heard it. So
Yeah,
that's news.
that's why the whole COVID shit was crazy because they also drink from the same cup. Like that's a thing. Like everyone drinks from that same cup.
Oh
So
yeah,
That's
they shut all that stuff down.
yeah,
yeah,
'cause
that's
it was
weird.
it's weird. I guess to the black community. I don't see the black community doing that one.
I'm feeling like, oh, like I understand,
I
brother,
mean,
sister. I'm supposed to welcome you with just open arms, but I'm not about to share a cup with you because I understand that it is Sunday, the night before Saturday. I don't know where y'all been.
I've seen them all get on that video app, Zoom. That's how my grandma's church is doing it.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Oh, they have a Zoom conference.
Yeah,
Like with everybody. So when they have service, all the members are on Zoom and together.
it's not that big, so they can probably do it. My question is how are they getting that Todd money?
Oh, I already know how they're doing it because remember I'm associated with church. My
Hmm.
GPA and them, they first off they're streaming theirs live through Facebook, which is cool. It's cool because for me, so I don't have to go drive out there, and they're gonna plan on keeping it after this. Now I can watch the church that I actually want to I was gonna say give a shit about, but yeah, I can now watch the church that I want to give a shit about, and I like that.
How they
That's
getting
what
ties though? That was the
I'm getting there.
question.
I'm getting there. There's an app. There is an app. And actually, it's
Cash
funny.
app.
Nope. I would. but you know what's funny is this is one of those things where it's like I wish you were been able to create it first. But there's an app that someone made so that churches could link their self up through the basically the person that's using this app, so that way you can then get money that way. So you put your church name in, um, you create an account, you have like a number and everything, then you tell all your members what's your account, and then they just send money that way. That's how they do it. They can send money in all types of forms, card, credit card. Point being, they have an
That's
app for that
crazy.
shit,
Why didn't they just
and
use Cash App?
they wanted to. I feel like it's because you want to keep something a little bit more secure and something that also has that branding. Because like you gotta remember, these churches aren't being run by like youngins. If somebody our age was doing it, then maybe
Mm.
you would have somebody. Oh shit! I already used Cash Apps to sell pictures of my feet. Then you know that's like no, like all jokes aside, I'm honestly, bro, if you want to make some money, just take some pictures of your feet. Somebody out there will buy that shit.
Anyway,
I don't know from experience.
tell me the name of that app later, because I'm interested.
I'm trying to see if I can remember it if it's on my phone. Um, actually, yeah, I'm not gonna go waste the time to go look for it. But yeah,
You've been donating to the church?
I mean, as a house, I've donated to the church.
No, you talking about you had the app on your phone. Why'd you have the app on there?
No, I didn't have the app on my phone. The so basically, I called them to find out about the app because what happened was there was a case where somebody, like a member, had also set up another account, and I was trying to call them and say, hey, there's another account with y'all church name, and y'all need to squash this just to make sure that there's not somebody else out there trying to swindle the members and have the money sent to them.
Mhm.
And so I was just basically trying to call them and let them know that's what's going on.
Oh, got you. That's interesting though.
It is, because I'm pretty sure in this little weird time, somebody did try to probably swindle some people, make a false church, and then just have some people send some money.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised. Humans be doing shit like that.
You going to church, Modem?
Modem? Dang. I think homie was obliterated. Vz.
Hello?
Hear you.
Yeah.
We hear you now.
Okay.
We having mic problems?
Nah, everything went completely blank on this end. So like I heard y'all talking about the church app, I guess what you saying, and you said that you don't have the app on your phone, then you was finna explain to VZ what it was, and everything went
Yeah.
blank after that.
Hmm.
Because you
So
heard
everything you just said I just missed.
well,
Oh, I was just asking. I asked if you were going to church or if you go to
Like
church.
I used to go to church. I haven't been consistently in years. But I think within the past year, no, not past year, like past 6 months, I've been twice. One for like a New Year's bringing. So I went to church
Mhm.
with my and then I went I think a couple of weeks prior for I think it was like a church anniversary. But I haven't been to church in years other than that.
are you basically one of the what well, like they always call us, the people that basically go to church for the holidays, like Easter, Christmas, and
Oh
basically the
nah,
anniversary?
I haven't been to church for Easter, Thanksgiving, none of that. I have not gone. Now it was at one point in time just because of my work schedule, I couldn't go. So I would work overnight on Saturday, get off, and like the longest I could stay up would probably be like for 2 hours, and I pass out. And then
Mm.
just to turn around and go back to work, literally later on that day.
Bro, I
And
don't
So
even
why do
remember the
you?
last time I've been to church.
And that's what I was gonna ask. Like, but like, why?
some of
Because I
like me,
or just like I guess the for me it just started off it would be like I know for me the reason I done is because it's kind of a church is kind of an inconvenience and or you might I have like my preference of where I would like to go to church, and that's like all the way in fucking East Texas. So I know everyone's always like, go find a church home. I'm like, I ain't trying to do that. Not to mention, I don't know, because part of me is like, am I really interested? Because I have value in. I feel like there's some kind of merit to you should believe in something. Like
mm,
there's some kind of positive aspect to having a spiritual side to you. I like to look at it as like one of those character chart development things. You could have a sword and shit. You can fight and whip ass, but if you came across an enemy that can only be touched by possible spiritual shit, then you're fucked.
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I believe, yeah, it's just better things come to you or happen to you, or really just it's just the whole energy thing. But it's like you can't really uh create positive energy yourself. It has to be passed to you somehow. And like I guess since we're talking about church, yeah, you can get that from church. or at least for someone who goes to some type of church consistently, praising the high power, nothing demonic or anything like that. Of course, I should mess up again. I think
Why do you think you can't get positive energy from yourself?
Well, because all right, so if you're trying to find positive energy in yourself, it's not there. It's not there. Not saying, I'm not trying to say, oh, you gotta get some type of other energy from somewhere else. No. I mean, like, if the positive energy is in you, it's in you. You really won't have to search for it. You won't have to look hard for it. It's gonna come out of you. But if you have to, that's what that's what I mean by saying like you got to get it from somewhere, from somebody else. Just for the fact that energy can't be created or destroyed.
It can
It
only
can only be stored and transferred. So
I get that. That's why, honestly, the other thing should be that these churches should be evolving and shit. Because if more churches was like Kanye's service, oh hell yeah, I'd be there in I'd be there in a heartbeat. I'd be there in a heartbeat. Cause
Yeah, I
then
caught a video of that.
that shit
It
feels
did look
really good.
Yeah, it looked like he revamped church. I
but
wonder if
okay,
he's
so
gonna end up president.
it looks cool. It's just the older generations will look at it and like, oh no, what are you doing? You can't mess with the word of God like that. Why are you mixing in rap, and rap is not God worthy,
Hmm. Yeah,
So it's
they've
like,
always been like judgmental in a way, and I
That's how
don't
my
understand
grandma
where they got
was.
that from.
Because I actually I know where the origin is. It's the whole thing about like you're not supposed to be secular, and it's like a hurdle for them. It's kind of like one of those things. They see rap is secular. Rap is made to basically start off basically by rapping about bitches, monies, and hoes. So how can you take rap and then take that same thing that's praising that and make it towards rap? So it's like for them they just automatically shut off rap being anything that could be of church worthiness, I guess. That's being sloppy with the words, but that's how old people look at it. And because I remember my grandma, I remember when I was like starting off with the rap shit, she was like, you either gonna do it for God or you better not do it at all. And I was like, well, I'm a stick to rapping the secular shit because there seems to be more shit I can rap about than just rapping for God.
Right. Hey, I'll be right back.
I But yeah, that was how I see it. It's just like they didn't want it in the church because the way that it was presented was rap was just looked down upon. It was like bad like that. And I mean, as time is progressing, people are learning that it's not that. Like, let's say I don't really I don't listen to Lecrae, but I know the younger generation when they bring up any kind of rap that has to do with Christianity or any kind of types of beliefs, they go straight for Lecrae. And I mean, that's not a bad thing. I like the fact that there's somebody out there for that crowd. It's just
yeah.
it's not my go-to listening thing.
And you say it was called Lecrae?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's the rap name is the rapper's name is Lecrae. He's a Christian rapper. If I'm not mistaken, as his projects keep going further, people find controversy within it because it sounds like it's leaning towards more secular stuff than it is, um, yeah, than Christian stuff. But that's the artist.
I probably have to look him up because I had no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, bro, I'll send you a link. That's he's wait, hold on, let me look it up. I want to make sure. If I'm not mistaken,
You
yeah,
got
he's a Christian rapper. Lecrae is a Christian rapper. I don't really know any songs to say that are like fucking banging because I don't listen to Christian rap. Like Christian rap doesn't do it for me. It's just one of those things where, and like I'm biased. I am extremely biased because like I'm not even giving it an honest try. Sometimes I'll listen to it like for one or two songs and be like, all right, well, I'm done. But shit, maybe I'll also give them a listen. I'll give it a listen and check it out. Give it an honest try.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that because I know with me just the whole Christian rap thing. Some of them is like I'll listen to like okay, yeah, y'all did good. Honestly, the other ones I'm kind of like okay, it seems like you're only doing this because you tried to do a rap career. Didn't go too well like at
Fact.
all, like flop, and you go into Christian rap because you know everybody loves God, so.
Yup. That's always the funniest thing to me. You can have a singer that can't sing worth the fart, and they'll be up there going, "Oh, that's my baby, that's my baby." Sound like the straight trash, and they'll even back it. The Lord don't care what you sound like; He just care that you praise Him. And
You got that
it's
grandma accent down pretty good, bro.
they let you know, man. They let you know I was born in a fucking church.
Right. Those weird ass hats.
Oh yeah. They,
I never did. I never
it's
did
I can't even
understand that.
say shit about that because my grandma she had over 100 of them hoes probably.
I mean, my grandma did too.
Yeah,
Who grandma
one of
didn't
my
have
grandmas
that?
did too. I never understood it because I'm like, why are you wearing a hat? And I know it's hot. I know you're hot. Then the
And they
older
keep
I
it on the
got, I
whole
said, you
damn
just got your
service.
hair done. The whole time.
That's
But at the same time, got one of them fans and just fanning themselves. Like, take the hat off. Maybe that's why you're hot.
Oh yeah. Whew.
Okay, so I'm assuming everybody went to church in here. How many times did you fall asleep? Like
I don't think I had a
during
service where I was awake.
yeah.
It was
Well,
too
it still
much,
might have
man.
been a
but
reason.
but why do you think you fell asleep? Because like my question, it would always pop up because like it would always bother me because I'll be the one that would be trying to fight the sleep and I'm going like, no, I don't want to fall asleep because it's so wrong. I don't want to, and I'll be sitting out there trying to pinch the side of my legs to stay awake and shit. It's just I
Mm,
start rocking.
Yeah,
nah,
I just did that to try to stay out of trouble, but it happens. I can't stop it. We know this is gonna happen. Why don't y'all just accept it?
because so I try to put it like this because I know really I want to fall asleep in class in high school or school basically. I just want to fall asleep in here, but I can't for what I don't know. I can't explain it. But if I was to fall asleep, I'm waking back up. Versus if I was just, like if I'm in a sermon, I'm falling asleep. I'm doing the same thing. Like I'm fighting myself to stop uh to stop myself falling asleep, and I end up doing it anyway. Like they're doing the whole rocking thing. Okay, I'm rocking. Next thing you know, I'm leaning one way, and I don't know how I got to this point. So it was just found for me. It's like okay, I have to do something because all right, if I'm sitting down in school and I can fall asleep easily, that means okay, I can just sit down anywhere. And if it's for me, it's like if it's cool, like at the right temperature or whatever, it's quiet because it's only one person talking. And I'm sitting down, I'm gonna fall asleep because the pew is for one, the pew is comfortable. All right, it's just the soft cushion. All right, on the butt and the back, and then you sleep. Versus a small uncomfortable chair with a desk in front of me, which is uncomfortable for me because I'm left-handed and it's a right-handed desk. So that just makes shit worse.
So what you're saying is what they should do is when they have church, they should just make everybody stand.
No, no, not standing. But it's just the
Like,
fact you have to do something, But I'm only speaking like for me. Like it's other people who can sit there for 2 hours and they're fine. I can
well,
I can't sit still for like 20 minutes. I'm already dozing off.
it's funny because this is the reason, part of the reason why I also started playing guitar for the church, so I could keep myself active, so I wouldn't want to fall asleep. And the other part to it for me was like I don't know, it's like it was something weird. I stay awake for the music, but it's like as soon as we started getting to the sermon, that's when it just decides to creep in. I don't
Hmm.
know. And if you let a Christian person tell it, they'll probably say something along the lines on, "Oh, you're falling asleep because you got the devil in you." And I'm like, but I went to church to supposedly get that out of me. What? But that's the
Yeah.
shit you hear from Baptist church. I swear they be saying some stuff they be saying to be outlandish. I remember I went to a service one time, and you know how they have what's that shit called? When you first start off the church, it's not it's the opposite of the benediction. It's where you have the three deacons that get in front of the service, and what do they call that? What do they call that?
Tithes and offering.
That's, I know they do that a lot, but that's not what they call this. What is that? It's like we're gonna everybody. God damn it! I wish I had like an old church menu in front of me so I could tell you what it is. What
I,
it's called. But the
like,
point
is,
being,
is it like the announcements or whatever? That's the only thing I can think of.
it's not the announcements. It's like the initial thing when you're starting off a church thing, and you're like you're starting off Sunday morning service, and devotion. Yeah, there you go. It's called devotion. And what they do is they give you a time to sing a song and everybody stands up. Then they also give you an opportunity, like they basically pray and then they read a Bible verse. And then at that time
Oh,
it gives somebody an opportunity to express their feeling, or like what's that shit called? When you're expressing like something, say for instance something religious happened to you during that week, and basically it's where somebody they have the option to stand up and then vent about how God was really good for them that week, and they was presented some kind of thing that they felt was really holy. And I forgot what it was called. I wish I could find the word for it. But point being, there was an instance where a guy stood up and he was basically saying there was this gentleman, he was gay,
mm,
and we know that all gay people go straight to hell. And then he just started venting and ranting about. He just started ranting about it, and I was sitting there going like, dang, this isn't right. You can't just sit here and just start yelling about damnation and shit. I don't know. It just like I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of one of those things that can kind of turn you away from a church. But if that's happening somewhere, I'm pretty sure it's happening somewhere else too. And I know the
mm,
big churches should probably be better about that, but I don't know. It's just like those small churches. You still have the option for that, where people can stay closed-minded and think that they're just fucking right. And that's kind of my problem that I had to learn with Christianity, was just like how dare we say we're right? And it's like all these other fucking religions, and we have the balls to sit there and say that we're the right way, and that always bothered me. And for the longest, I decided to just like not believe in anything. I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna believe in science," because like that's that's one thing that seems to be right, or at least they have the balls to admit we're wrong, and we're still in this bitch trying to figure this shit out. And yeah, I started to go that route. But as I got older, I also decided to look at things through a new lens. And I always would joke with, not joke, I would always present this idea with V's. I like to call it the glass half full method or something like that. Because
mm,
when it comes to me creating different stories and shit, I always think like technically I'm the god of this universe that I just created. So therefore, I automatically just say there's a good chance that God could have made all this shit, and he don't have to abide by the rules. And it's like thinking that way, and then also thinking that a God doesn't exist. It's the same thing. So won't you just pick the one that betters your survival? And that's why I call it the half glass, half, it's the half glass full, half glass empty kind of thought process, because I don't know, it's a thought process. And I think the people should pick the one that betters their survival, because there's nothing wrong with a little imagination or belief.
Mm.
I said that very wrong.
I would say, wait, imagination? No. But I guess to piggyback off of you, yeah, that's basically where I'm at. But I'm not saying I don't believe in it. Like everything came from somewhere, and of course, people's gonna take credit for it, no matter who they'll be, just so they can say, "Oh, hey, look, I've been right all along because I wrote a book on it." You know?
That's humans for you.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with that. Like, you just can't give credit when credit's due, or not take anyone else's credit. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like the answer can sometimes be the hybrid, because I don't know. I really think there needs to be a Christian / Baptist fusion with Buddhism, so that way you can get all the stuff you want to get from Christianity, but then you get all the balanced shit from Buddhism, so that way you're not running around the streets trying to like massacre somebody because they think differently than your beliefs.
Yeah. What's it? Josh, not the big Josh, but that Josh basically was telling me that he had found out. Well, he basically came to a conclusion that all religions is right, but it's not one religion in particular. It's all of them. You need all of them. Just I guess to, in his words, I'm paraphrasing. Really, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said at that too. But basically, it's like you need Christianity, you need Buddhism, you need Hinduism. Wait, is that the same? Buddhism, Hinduism is not the same, right?
No,
I
they're
don't
not.
know.
Okay, I know. Basically, is one is forgiveness, one is balance, one is determination, loyalty, and all that. It's 5 of them. Jesus. I can't. Basically, yeah, it's just all of the main religions. You need a piece of each one of them to understand life in its entirety. I really wish I would have remembered exactly what he said, because how he said it, it made sense versus me trying to repeat it and nothing's connecting.
So that just sounds like
No,
I
it
need to
makes
talk
sense.
to him. That sounds like I need to talk to him so he can say it himself.
Here you go. Look at that.
You say, here you go.
No. No, I was like, oh no, there you go.
Just pulling people out of your pocket, bro. That's kind of cool. That's cool. I like that.
Now, if I can just get like a bank teller for that, yeah, that would be cool. Everybody I know, including myself, will have money. I just don't want to pull out just some random person that I know. No offense, but hey, apparently I need money to live in this world.
Meet
I
my
told you,
banker.
bro. I told you, bro. What you need to do is you need to get on them beats. They've made it where you can create shit at the palm of your hand now. And you just make them hoes and you just put them out and see if someone's interested.
See, but I don't have the not confidence. I guess it is confidence as you and Vz just to put something out in the world for it to be judged. Yeah, I can't be doing that. Did it mess up again? Nope.
Wait, like, but why though? Like, do you know why?
Nope. I have no idea why. I can say I guess, okay, so I figured out just with me, There's this me right here who's humble and all that, just tends to stay to himself. Want to be in the background, all that. And then there's another side of me, not on some multiple personalities or whatever, but there's a
That's my
cocky
job.
me. there's a cocky me that literally will love the limelight, will just be a completely different person, and I don't like that. I don't like that person. I don't like that side of me. So that's why I'm always just, no, I don't want to do it. No, I'm all right. Because I don't want to basically, I just don't want to be the limelight, become cocky or whatever, and be arrogant cocky at that. Like, just the, oh man, like as soon as I walk around, oh, this guy, jeez, he thinks he's so good, and I'll hear you say that, and I'm coming around, yeah, because I am that good, bitch. So yeah, I just kind of
You
just
like
want to do
preserving
it.
your ego, or the trend is like ego death. You don't want to have an ego.
Yeah, I guess if you're saying that's the trend, yeah.
Well, I say that because I know for a fact I am of the descent of motherfuckers that's arrogant. I am a child of Kanye, and I have to stomach that shit because I mean I have noticed there is no there's sometimes it can be more of harm for you than it can be beneficial. Because I remember
Mhm.
when I was just meeting other artists and stuff, and I was running around basically just kind of like, yeah, man, I know I'm the shit. I know I'm the shit. And I mean, obviously it didn't get me anywhere, but yeah, because it would turn into like you would be in a situation or you'll be in a place and everyone's like, yeah, man, we should do music together, but you don't get that call, and it makes you wonder, is it because your ass was parading around with this big ass red flag talking about you were the shit and not
Mhm.
with the whole humble crowd? I don't know, because for me, I thought humbleness, everyone being so humble, was like a trend, and they were just doing this shit because they noticed that being humble gets you more opportunities. Because to me, that's what it appeared to me. I saw it as people were just being humble to just hop on a fucking trend so they can get more opportunities.
Mhm. I don't know how I'd really kind of just seen it. Well, how I didn't really see it like that and say it, but it's the whole me having an ego. Got a taste of it. Actually, like not downplaying you, but it's just I seen you have the ego, and I'm like, oh, this is him just at his not worst, but nobody can tell him anything, and he's on a high horse, and not he's listening, but at the same time, it's like you can't tell him shit, but he's listening. It's like I don't want to be that. I always want to accept, have room for criticism,
Yeah,
and I believe you can't have that if your ego is just not out of control, but you have a lot of ego. It's very arrogant. But
I can definitely tell you I've calmed that shit down because I fucking learned. Plus, I think I'm getting old, and since I'm getting old, I'm also learning that there's a time and a place and a space for any of this shit, and
mhm.
you got to have a good balance with all that. And that's what I had to learn because it's the cool thing about humbleness. If you're being genuine with it, it's pure. It is pure and it's nice, and I've learned that, and that's where I think it's at, honestly.
Yeah, there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and there's an importance
Yeah,
to having confidence in yourself as well. And I think a lot of people have to learn that as well.
yeah, because I had to learn the difference myself, about a couple of years ago. Just on some not even big life shit, real small, real small shit. Uh, just with the whole, oh, who can get the most girls and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, I'm confident I can get any girl I want. I can. I just don't. Because for one,
I just don't.
it's just annoying. That's a lot of work I have to put in to keep the girls entertained. most of them I don't even want. It's just I was really trying to prove a point and saying, oh, I can get any girl I want. Bam, I got her. But now I got to keep her. And I'm like, I didn't want that. So it's like, hey, just tell everybody I can. I just don't want to.
You know, you're better than me. And actually, you saying that is the prime example. Well, that reminds me of one of those things that happened at the school we went to. I don't know if you well shit, fuck it, at Carter. I remember there was a chick you dated, and me and Aaron were real big on the you're just getting girls because you can. You know, it was like a competition because it was wrong. We looked at girls like they were just some fucking trophies. You have to grow out of that stage. Um, but I remember one of the approaches that I had with a couple of chicks was it's like fuck it, I'm just gonna be arrogant and just be like I'm gonna let you know I can have you if I wanted to. And the problem with that is, well, I know I learned that one time I did that, and then that chick ended up going for you type shit, and I was like, wait, whoa. My whole equation to being this arrogant person that was
Oh,
really sure of themselves
you're talking
fucking
about
lost to
me.
the guy that was chilling.
Yeah, I must say, wait a minute. Why is this? Oh, you're talking about me. Forgot about. Hey, forgot about that.
I know. I'm
Oh,
I'm keeping the context
oh.
real vague so that way it can just stay that
Hey,
way.
that reminds me. Remember I said that there was a story that I had to tell?
Oh yeah.
Uh, yeah. Okay. Fast forward. Okay, so that same time frame. But fast forward, literally, when this happened? 2 years ago. Okay, 2 years ago. It's a girl that I believe we all know. I believe Vz knows her. Sailor Moon. Let's just say that, and hopefully shit will click. Um,
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
okay. Went
I
over,
think I got it.
went over her house. My friends, her friends, uh, actually knew each other, so that's just everything clicked. Yay, we're having a good time. Um, New Year's, got drunk, la da da da. Fast for a little bit more, and I end up smashing. Okay.
That's I mean, it's like it's funny because I don't like I want to talk about it and just say like certain things, but it's kind of like it runs out of my area that I was telling you about how if I'm going to talk about certain things and certain people, I would kind of like to ask permission first because
Right.
either way, even without the context, it's easily to trace those things together.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
I get you. We'll talk more about it once we take out
okay.
the little fucking robot.
Is I honestly I just want to say this last thing. I did it, and I'm like, damn, this is what Darius had to. Shit, man, I don't know how you did it, but I commend you. Okay, I give you a high five. Okay. Just- just-
Is that like
the dude
an ironic high five? It sounds like one of those high fives you don't need to be taking. It's like it's really an L on that high five.
hey,
You the one,
and I'm
champ.
like, that Jesus, like, uh, uh,
Okay, so
but yeah,
one thing I will say is time does change all, and you you happen to run to things at the very you were getting some expired goods. I'm trying to like not, you know, say shit and talk people, but you know, the time changes and
I
people
already know.
change too.
Listen, I already know. I just wish I would have knew at that point in time, because the yeah, I guess we can talk about it. I guess when we're done, VZ, you can stay too, because I want to know your input too. It's
I mean,
just
I'm pretty sure me and V's will share some enlightening information with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
but
just the more Jesus
but
Christ.
what you got to remember is when you're dealing with any sexual partner, it's always good to lift their foot up and check their expiration date. You need to do that sometimes. Like that's really important.
And listen, I didn't check. I just, oh, what's this? I want it. Wait, scratch that. Take that back. Oh, what is this? This seems okay. Okay, maybe let's give it a try. Exactly what happened.
Not. It's funny because it brings me back to just that whole like just sexual experiences in general, because I remember like in high school that was the thing. Getting girls, it went from getting girls' phone numbers to can you get a kiss from a girl to she lets me grab on her ass to now we got a smash list. And I remember in high school that fucking I mean shit, junior year was fucking fun as fuck. But just the thought that when you really think about it, we're treating these girls like some fucking meat, man. And I don't know if I want a daughter. Well, because I want a daughter,
That's what
but
that's
then
what
I
I was
don't.
thinking. That's what I was thinking when I was young. Really, when I was in high school. Like, man, I could be doing all this and that to other girls, but man, what if I was to have a daughter? Would I tell her about this? Like, would I be trying to praise her? Like, oh, you're my baby girl, I want nothing happen to you. But hey, it's gonna be some niggas in the world that's gonna try to dog you like I used to dog the other girls back in my day. And you gotta just live with it, okay? Because you're in our world, okay? Just know that. I didn't want that. I didn't want that. And then I didn't want to, have to explain to my son as in like, hey, listen, I don't care what you do, as long as you get girls, I'm proud. I'm like, no. That's a plus. And I'm not saying I'm
Nah,
not
bro.
proud. I'm proud, but I want you to do more. I want you to do more.
That's the least of your worries in this new age, man. Since we waiting to have kids, I'm pretty sure the biggest question on the table is when little Timmy sitting at the table, 5 years old, and you keep having to ask him, so have you decided yet? And little Timmy's like, I don't know. I don't think I want to be a girl or boy, mommy. I want to be an Apache helicopter. And like, I'm not. That's a joke because like I know how horrible that shit can be taken. It's a fucking joke, ha ha ha. But what I'm getting at is like I don't. It's like actually when I think about it, it's not that you won't have to worry about it. You're gonna have to worry about that and a whole lot more. It's just this shit just keeps evolving, and it ain't like things are getting solved. It's just adding more equations to this shit, and oh my god, high school is gonna be crazy for our kids. I don't think we should have kids. I think we should stop having kids. No more kids.
Nah, it's too late.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, wait. Okay, just clicked on my mind when I said that. Sorry. No, I do not. No, I do not. Okay, go ahead. I'm saying like too late, as in like it's already happening and it's gonna keep happening for other people.
Because I was gonna go. I was about to call up Aaron and get my money because I placed a bet and.
Wait, what? Why is it when y'all two got bits? Somehow I'm in it and I have no idea. Like, why can't I know? I'm pretty sure that's a bit. Jesus.
That's what happened when you're the person without the ego.
See, when I just was minding my own business, it just stayed back. It just chilled. The two egomaniacs are trying to outdo each other.
So many competitions with him, and I only went to school with this nigga for like 1 year, and just that year alone, it was just absurd. Like the craziest part is when a group of guys all join the cross country team because there's a fucking female. I can't believe we even let that shit happen.
I forgot. Oh my God, y'all did do that for her. Oh, I forgot.
And just to anybody that happens to listen, just context wise, I'm not gonna ever say anybody's name that I have not asked permission for because it's just I don't know. It's you. I think everybody understands that. That's just stupid. That's bad business. Running around calling people name up. That's how you pull out being a little bitch. But Yeah, bro, that shit was stupid. It's the craziest shit you would do for. Like, I got stories for days. Oh my god, I could sit there and talk about the stories that I've done, just in shit involving with women. I could sit there and record a fucking podcast by my fucking self. I'll just say this: there was an incident one time where dealing with women resulted in pushing a vehicle up Martin Luther King Street or Malcolm X Street. Either way, it resulted in a battery dying and pushing a car up a fucking street, and then having a hobo basically say, "Hey man, I can fix this car for you if you give me some money," and got that car fixed. It was a long night, but just like to not even jump on it. I don't know. Maybe one day I might sit down and just record all my stories dealing with women.
See, and that right there alone, I can't have it. I would have been like, bro, leave, okay? This would never happen if you was here. Why? Because I would have been somewhere else, relaxing. Now,
You right, bro.
I'm working up a sweat.
It sounds like you've went through life with little grief. I've went through life with a lot of grief. That ego shit might be something to look into.
To live my lives through y'all's, and sometimes it's good. Other times it's like, well, damn, what would Aaron and Darius do in this situation? Or not Darius, DeMarcus.
Nah, bro. Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna say like you said my name. Nah, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Oh well,
Um,
okay. Well, you too. I'm really I'm DeMarcus, and just Darius came out. But yeah, it was y'all three. Well, actually, DeMarcus wasn't. No, DeMarcus was that. It's just he had one girl, and then he
all the
went.
girls wanted him.
Yeah, then he went left. It was you, Aaron, DeMarcus, and Willie. Yep, and Willie. I live my lives through y'all.
Thank you, sir. You have now made my job a little harder. I now need to ask these people if it is okay to say their names on on the fucking air or some shit.
My bad. I forgot. But see, really, just in honesty, just you see how Vz is. Just listen. He's calm, he's chilling to himself. He has his girl. Everything's good. See, that's what I wanted to do. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Bro, I just lost internet for like a solid minute or two. I have no idea what I just got summoned into.
I thought it was unnatural that your ass was quiet. Oh man.
I was saying just how like past sane, I guess I'm gonna say it like that. D-SANE8's pre sane. Just that time frame alone, and him and Aaron and the other two people I've named, I guess that I can't name yet or whatever, but I already did.
It's an unlock, nigga.
I was living my life like through them, just like I'm not saying like them talking to girls or whatever. I would live through them just for that aspect, and I was saying like, oh, I want to be like Vz, just to himself. Got his girl just calm, cool, and collected, and just chilling in the background, pulling strings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I never wanted drama and shit in my life, so I like actively avoided it.
What's funny is I always wanted to be like V's when it came like I don't know, he just always had mature ways of going about shit. And I was always, it's like that's cool. I would like to be that way. But then there's also that realization of like how I am and who I am. You said what?
I was saying like you wanted to be like Vz. Like I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm saying like you wanted to be like Vz, just stay out of drama or whatever. Not saying that you did, but it's just like
I was always the center of that shit. I for some reason, I generated that shit.
Damn, bro, you toxic.
Exactly. As time has progressed, I have learned just how toxic I am.
Goddamn.
Man, that's another discovery. I'm learning about you.
Yeah, bro. Why you think I had to disappear for a while?
No, but see, with that, it's like, okay, you're basically taking time for yourself. I was like, okay, good, yeah. And every time you came back, you was better until I started hearing stories. Now I'm hearing the filler. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, bro. I went, bro. Honestly, if anything, I feel like I went straight villain. I went straight villain. That's exactly what happened. I fucking threw down a mantle of the innocent child and just went to like, fuck it, I'm an NPC now.
Shit, I want to hear these stories now.
Hey man, I'm sure you already have.
Apparently, you was off the chain, bro.
And shit, honestly, I'm like trying to hear these stories too, because I don't know.
Right?
Like, the best stories are the ones you never hear, man.
I'm telling you.
Right.
But then, actually, with that merit, what you also got to keep in mind, you're also hearing these things from probably people that hate me. You know, there's something about a broken heart that can just fuel bullshit. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was a fucking menace. I was out to destroy everything, but but I also got to keep in mind that these things could also be fueled off of just the damage that I did do. So you don't know how biased it is. No, we'll talk about it. I don't think this is the place, because it's like one of those things where it really just needs to be like, if I was a famous person, I could talk about some shit like that, because then it's
Well,
like,
then turn
my
this
whole,
shit off, man. I want to hear the good shit.
well, you know what? All right, if you want the rest of this shit, you need to be a Patreon member. Goodbye. Nah, like, real shit, I'm gonna cut this shit out so we can really talk.
Bro, you taking too long. I'm about to do this shit.